It is indeed an honor to accept the symbols of leadership as the fourth president of the Clarence Fitzroy Bryan College. As president of this educational institution, I am presented with the unique opportunity to build upon the foundation laid by its architects. Every one of us is working together in constructing something much greater than ourselves. Whether it is carving a stone, erecting a pillar, or cutting a piece of stained glass, each role is equally important. We are at the juncture of a new dispensation, which positions this college to attain growth. I am sure you would agree that a building's construction does not end with its foundation. The building requires strong pillars that will support it as it reaches its designated heights. Surely, the founding fathers of CFBC, faculty, staff, students, and alumni have contributed to the firm foundation. My vision is to build and strengthen its legacy. I believe that the firm foundation of CFBC must be strengthened by four fundamental pillars: access, academic quality, accountability, and achievement. The pillar of access. In September 1966, Clarence Fitzroy Bryan, as Minister of Education, ushered in an era of universal secondary education in St. Kitts and Nevis. This was deemed to be a bold and a revolutionary initiative, as it democratized and decentralized education in the Federation and shattered the social and financial barriers that had for many years excluded a significant number of the Federation's youth who originated from working class families. The Ministry of Education, in its 2017 to 2021 education sector plan, highlights access and participation as a key policy issue and its commitment to improving equitable access. CFBC will ensure access to male and female students, the academically and technically inclined, from every strata of this community. We will champion access for those persons from vulnerable populations, giving access to all students. There are persons in our communities in need of a first chance, a second chance, and a third chance. There are at-risk youth desperate to escape the clutches of poverty and the grip of violence. We will be advocates for lifelong learning through our adult and continuing education division, offering opportunities to adult learners to upgrade and acquire new skills. We embrace the philosophy that every citizen is crucial to the socio-economic development of this federation, and therefore, no student should be left behind. Every student should have equal access. Technical vocational education and training suffers poor public perception and is not afforded the parity of esteem often ascribed to academic disciplines. Research conducted by the OECD, UNESCO, and other international agencies have concluded that TVET harnesses the productive potential of unemployed youth, contributes to the alleviation of poverty, improves employability, and serves as a mechanism for providing the skills and knowledge employers need. Citizens who have access to TVET contribute significantly to strengthening the economic and social fabric of those countries that deploy resources to enable greater access to skills training. The pillar of accountability. CFBC is accountable to our stakeholders. The Ministry of Education's White Paper on Educational Development and Policy 2009 stresses that the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis must be empowered to, and I quote, compete, cooperate, and collaborate with other people in the region and generally function in a global environment. If this is to become less of a mantra and more embedded into our mission, we must challenge our students to be problem solvers and engender their creativity. Build principles of collaboration and communication. Remain resolute in our stance that ethics, action, and accountability are fundamental to students' character development. We must challenge our students to see who they are. We must motivate our students to see who they can become. We must support our students to see what they can accomplish. We are accountable to our students. Our students expect a quality education and support services. We must ensure that our students are competitive, not only at home, but abroad. In an increasingly complex globalized world, we must equip our students to solve real-world problems with ingenuity and vision, with the collaboration of their peers. We are accountable to the government and people of the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, whose tax dollars are invested in this premier institution of higher learning. We are accountable to our employers. These are our labor market partners who are seeking qualified and skilled graduates to drive innovation and keep their businesses on the cutting edge. The pillar of academic quality. Our policies, processes, and actions must be aligned to educational best practice and standards of excellence in higher education. Unequivocally, CFBC must be ready for accreditation in the next 5 years. Accreditation agencies and external bodies will be placing CFBC under the microscope, assessing its program offerings, student services, administration, and faculty. We must allay any fears, as these assessments will only serve to strengthen CFBC. Our strategic plan will be addressing teaching and learning, governance, research, service, employability, and internal cooperation. The pillar of achievement. Together we aspire, together we achieve. CFBC has a long legacy of achievement. In more recent times, we can highlight the achievements of our students and alumni. Did you know that in addition to our academic achievements, our students and faculty work together and are excelling in sports, science, technology, and agriculture? We also excel in culinary arts, debating, and architecture. When founding father Clarence Fitzroy Bryant envisioned this college, he saw a tertiary level institution that could eventually stand alongside the best educational institutions in the region, and dare I say, the world. Like Nehemiah, we will encounter the Sanballats and the Tobias and some naysayers who will seek to crush our vision to dust, but we will not come down. CFBC will become a beacon for TVET studies in the region. We envision a strategic plan which positions us to respond to the demands of the 21st century, an infrastructure to accommodate increased enrollments and administration, new course offerings such as performing arts, music, and sports. Great opportunities for our students to gain new knowledge through partnerships and with international colleges and universities. We envision a CFBC that is a beacon of educational and training success. Pillars in architecture are designed to carry the weight of the structure above and structural elements below. Pillars withstand the lateral forces such as high winds and seismic activity. We will face our challenges, but with strong pillars, CFBC will not bend nor break. A traveler once happened upon a group of workers, and although he was a bit late, he was curious about their work. So he made a slight detour. He moved towards the first of the three tradesmen and said, "My dear fellow, what is it that you are doing?" The man continued his work and he grumbled, "I am cutting stones." Realizing that the mason did not wish to engage in a conversation, the traveler moved to the second of the three and repeated the same question. To the traveler's delight this time, the man stopped his work ever so briefly and stated that he was a stone cutter. He then added, "I came from the north to work, but as soon as I get $10, I will return home." The traveler thanked the second mason, wished him well, and he began to head to the third of the trio. When he reached the third worker, he once again asked the original question. This time the worker paused, glanced at the traveler until they made eye contact, and then looked skyward, drawing the traveler's eyes upward. The third mason replied, "I am a mason, and I am building a cathedral." He continued, "I have traveled many miles to be part of this team, and in constructing this magnificent cathedral, I have spent many hours away from my family, and I miss them dearly. However, I know how important this cathedral is, and one day I know people will come to this cathedral to find sanctuary and solace here. I know this because the bishop once told me that he had a vision for this great place. He described how people will come from all over to worship. CFBC, let us continue to build, lay the pillars of our future success: access, academic quality, accountability, and achievement. I know that CFBC will illuminate the path for generations to come and will be a beacon for the knowledge, skills, and abilities for the Federation and beyond. CFBC, our stones are strong, our pillars will be stronger, our spirits unbreakable. It is not by might nor by power, but it's by the Spirit, says the Lord. With God's wisdom and strength, we will always keep striving for excellence. I thank you.